Two 110-story buildings reduced to a pile of debris only a few stories high. It takes less than 10 seconds for the South Tower to hit the ground. In little more than 10 seconds, each of the World Trade Center towers was gone.
In 10 seconds, the entire building disintegrated in an avalanche of pulverized steel and concrete.
Do you think it was another bomb in there?
You know, like when they bomb one of those buildings, when they
demolish it. Unbelievable.
All by thoughts that are popping out.
It was if they had detonated.
Yeah, detonated.
They were planned to take down a building. Boom, 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 boom.
All the way down.
They came straight down as if they were aimed directly at their foundations.
But when the Trade Center fell, it was coming toward you?
Well, no, the whole thing collapsed, and it just...
But then the top of it tipped over.
No, I didn't... No, it went straight down.
It was a cataclysmic release, and it released back into the city in 10 seconds in each case.
We have an enormous explosion. The explosion started high in the building and worked its way down. There you see the building imploding. Do you see what's happening? This was the result of something that was planned, and I'm not prepared to deal with it.
Planes, we understand it was a third explosion, however, that brought the tower to collapse.
There were reports of an explosion before the tower fell. Generally speaking, for a building to collapse in on itself like that, but it would seem to indicate that there could have been an explosion, a bomb planted on the ground that would make the building collapse within itself.
We've heard reports of secondary explosions after the aircraft impacted, whether in fact there wasn't something else at the base of the towers that in fact were the coup de grace to bring them to the ground.
It was an incredible explosion. Or a bomb planted in the building. We heard
something ignited there, though. Maybe they had that was an incredible.
That was an incredible explosion.
I mean, it could have been something that was planted.
Or a bomb planted in the building. Yeah, I agree with you. This was clearly the way the structure is collapsing. This was the result of something that was planned. This is not. It's not accidental that the first tower just happened to collapse and then the second tower just happened to collapse in exactly the same way.
We have just been told that this, what we thought was another explosion, was indeed, according to the Associated Press, another building that has either been attacked or exploded. So it appears to be separate from the two that we have already witnessed this morning.
And they'd blown up. The building had blown up and the stuff had just come down like confetti.
We just received word that there was a fourth explosion at the World Trade Center. Obviously, other attacks.
We just heard that there was another explosion in the basement or one of the lower levels of the World Trade Center.
That there was an explosion on the lower floor.
There was a huge explosion at the base of the South Tower. After about 20 minutes later, the second tower also collapsed in flames.
I was standing like 2 blocks away, and all of a sudden I just seen a big flash, and then I seen the building coming down, and I just seen people just running everywhere, chaotic like.
It just looked like an explosion, and then it just came down. It just looked like an explosion below where it was burning, and then it just came down. An explosion below where it was burning, and then it just came down.
Below the fire, I saw from the corner, boom, 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 boom. Just like 20 straight hits. Just went down, and then I just saw the whole building just went.
Off the second building, you saw an explosion, and you saw the building start to fall down, and then you saw the core of the building just start to disintegrate into itself.
Did it look like an implosion that internally a bomb? But it literally exploded.
We saw some kind of explosion, a lot of smoke come out at the top of the tower.
Don't worry about numbers.
It looked like a skyscraper implosion. It looked like it had been done by a demolition crew.
Engineers are not just focusing on the Twin Towers.
The failure of the building was an implosion.
The most disturbing structural event was not that the Twin Towers fell, but that Tower 7, ignited by flying debris, fell due to fire alone.
For the third time today, it's reminiscent of those pictures we've all seen too much on television before, when a building was deliberately destroyed by well-placed dynamite to knock it down.
Did they actually use the word brought down, and who was it that was telling you this?
The fire department. And they did use the word, we're going to have to bring it down.
We heard this sound that sounded like a clap of thunder. It looked like there was a shock wave ripping through the building, and the windows all busted out. About a second later, the bottom floor caves out. The building followed after that, and we saw the building crash down all the way to the ground.
and I turned in time to see what looked like a skyscraper implosion. It looked like it had been done by a demolition crew. The whole thing just collapsing down on itself.
It was almost as if it were a planned implosion. It just pancaked.
Is it live? 631-226-9595. Tell my sister I'm okay.
What happened? It was an explosion. He was in the lobby, and then fucking the third explosion, the whole lobby collapsed on us.
What was it like? What was it like?
Horrible.
It's like hell. You don't want to know.
The whole building just collapsed on us inside the lobby.
Was that a secondary explosion?
Yes, it was.
That was the
Yeah, definitely a secondary explosion. We was inside waiting to go upstairs, and on the way upstairs, the whole fucking thing blew. And we just collapsed on everybody inside the lobby.
Similar to the first tower coming down, secondary.
I don't know about the first one, but I know the second was terrible. Then there was a third one too after that one. Yes. Everybody was inside the building, waiting to go upstairs, and they just let loose. Everything just let loose inside the building.
So what you told me is that there was a plane or whatever hit the building, then a secondary explosion.
It was like 3 explosions after that. We came in after the fire. We came when the fire was going on already. We was in the staging area inside the building, waiting to go upstairs. And they exploded. The whole lobby collapsed on the lobby inside.
And this mayhem after that?
Just man, everybody tried to work their way out.
Just trying to help all the brothers get out.
A lot of people trapped inside.
I was sitting in the Brooklyn Navy Yard across the Brooklyn. We watched the first explosion. As we were watching the building, saw a black, very large airplane fly right into the second building. It came out of the south, right in front of our eyes.
As far as I know, at least 3 or 4.
It was so surreal, like a movie set. Second and third explosions also. We were in the building for the third one. It collapsed. It was on this drive here for the other one.
Just trying to find your buddy and lead the way out the building.
Did it bug?
Everybody's all maintenance.
I'd say like 50% units that were on scene.
So far, everybody's
a lot of people in that building.
Take off your jacket. You're just trying to leave the way out.
Open up your jacket.
You got the hydrant there.
People don't understand. There may be more. Any one of these fucking buildings could blow up. This ain't done yet.
Yeah, here's one of the guys who can tell you I'm okay, all right? Here, hold on. You want to call your mother or something?
You gotta get back something.
I know that. You gotta get back. All right? Don't worry about me. You need to make calls right now. All right.